Hello, welcome back to our book club preview at the Papillion Public Library. My name is Shelby.
And I'm Tressa.
And today we're going to talk about our final book club picks of 2024, which I can't believe because today we're filming this in September and it's going to be 90 degrees and we're going to be talking about what we're reading through December of this year. So we're going to get started and tell you the final books of this year's author studies.
So on October 9th, we're going to be covering Stephen King's The Outsider, which is one of my favorite books by him, and it features one of my favorite Stephen King creations ever, Holly Gibney.
Awesome. On November 13th, we are going to read our final Barbara Kingsolver of the year, The Bean Trees. It's one of her very first novels and takes place in the American Southwest.
And then on December 11th, we're going to be reading Billy Summers, which is a little bit of a different book for Stephen King. It's more of a murder mystery, and it features a hitman. So if you don't want to read one of his super scary books, you can go ahead and give this a try. So on October 17th in Death and Donuts, we are going to be covering David Grann's Killers of the Flower Moon, which we have done once before, but it was so popular that it was requested once more. And if you're unable to come to Death and Donuts, we are also going to be covering this on October 29th in Pioneer Paperbacks, which of course Shelby runs.
Yes, nice double feature.
Yes.
And then you can watch the new movie after.
Yes. On November 21st, we will be doing Karen Slaughter's Pieces of Her. Karen Slaughter is gaining popularity recently, and she is one of my favorite mystery writers. This is one of her standalone books, so it's a great place to start with her if you've never read anything by her. On December 19th, we will be covering the Paul Holes book, Unmasked. If you know the case, the Golden State Killer case, he was the person that helped solve that. And if you read the recent book, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, he's featured in that as well.
For our history book club, Pioneer Paperbacks, like Tressa said, we'll be reading Killers of the Flower Moon about the Osage Nation. And of course, this is the book that the recent movie was based off of that won many awards.
Yes.
So on November 26th, we will be reading Cold Mountain by Charles Frazier. And on December 17th, our final Pioneer Paperbacks pick of the year is The Kitchen House by Kathleen Grissom.
On October 28th, in Battlefield Book Club, we will be covering Dust Child, which won several awards when it was published. It's a fairly recent book, and we're moving into the Vietnam era, so kind of more recent history. On November 25th, we will be covering the classic novel Heart of Darkness, and although we've moved into our Vietnam era, this book is actually set pre-World War I, but this was also the basis for the classic film Apocalypse Now. On December 16th, we're going to be doing The Sympathizer, which is a very unusual book, but I think it's also very interesting. And it's going to be, I think, a good way to end the year. So.
And the miniseries just came out for that too.
HBO just did a wonderful miniseries.
Everyone is welcome to any of our library programs, whether or not you live in Papillion or have a library card. So please come join us to talk about any of these titles, and then we will dive into 2025 next time. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.